She's the girl whose music has traveled across continents, who can stop strangers in their tracks with nothing but a guitar and a voice that seems far too wise for her years. Allie Sherlock is more than a viral sensation. She's a phenomenon. A young artist whose raw talent and quiet determination have captured millions of hearts online. But behind the viral videos and sold-out shows lies a story rarely told. The journey of this teenage prodigy has been anything but easy. Struggles with fame, personal challenges, relentless pressure, and moments of doubt have shaped the young woman who stands before the world with poise beyond her age. What happens when a child's passion becomes a global spectacle? And what secrets has Allie kept behind her bright smile and effortless melodies? Today, we uncover the untold story, the triumphs, the trials, and the truth behind the music. Allie Sherlock's story begins not on the global stage, but on the streets of Cork, Ireland, where a young girl first discovered the magic of music. Born into a supportive but ordinary family, Allie was drawn to melodies long before she could even hold a guitar properly. Her earliest memories are filled with songs played on borrowed instruments, afternoons spent watching street performers, and an unshakable belief that music could change the way she saw the world. By the time she was 8, Allie was not only playing the guitar, but experimenting with her own arrangements, learning by watching videos and listening to recordings, over and over again. Unlike many child prodigies, Allie didn't grow up in a conservatory or attend formal music schools. Her talent was self-taught, nurtured by curiosity and discipline rather than structure. At the age of 9, she began busking on the streets of Cork, a decision that would shape her entire life. The streets were her classroom, the audience her teachers. Passers-by would stop to listen, sometimes tossing coins into her guitar case, but more often offering words of encouragement or tears at the unexpected depth of emotion coming from such a young performer. Busking was not just practice, it was a formative experience that exposed Allie to the rawness of human connection. It was also where she learned resilience. Rain, wind, crowded sidewalks, and skeptical looks from strangers became part of her daily routine, and yet she never faltered. Her performances began to catch attention online as videos of her street sessions circulated on social media, quickly accumulating views and shares. The combination of technical skill, emotive storytelling, and the authenticity of a child performing for pure love of music captivated audiences worldwide. By the time she reached her early teens, Allie Sherlock had become a symbol of what could happen when raw talent meets relentless determination. But even as fame approached, the young musician remained grounded. Family, friends, and the intimate streets of Cork kept her connected to reality, reminding her that talent alone could not define her. It was the fusion of innate ability, street-learned, discipline, and an unwavering passion for sharing music that transformed a little girl with a guitar into a prodigy the world could no longer ignore. The journey from the cobblestone streets to viral videos, television appearances, and international stages had begun. But the trials and revelations awaiting Allie would test her in ways no street performance ever could. As Allie Sherlock's videos began circulating across social media, what started as local recognition quickly transformed into global attention. Within months, millions of views and thousands of comments flooded online platforms, with strangers from around the world, praising the depth, skill, and emotional resonance of her performances. But with rising fame came pressures that no street corner or classroom could have prepared her for. Suddenly, the young girl who played for coins was receiving professional offers, interview requests, and invitations to perform in front of international audiences. The adoration was exhilarating, yet it carried an invisible burden. Every performance became scrutinized, every note dissected, and every minor mistake amplified by a vast digital audience. Friends and family watched her navigate a world that demanded perfection while trying to maintain the innocence of childhood. School, family life, and personal development collided with this whirlwind of expectation, forcing Allie to balance normalcy with the extraordinary. Behind the scenes, she spent hours practicing tirelessly, refining every chord, every vocal inflection, not just to impress her audience, but to meet her own exacting standards. And while the world saw effortless talent and poise on stage, few understood the emotional weight she carried, a constant struggle to reconcile being a teenager with being a public figure adored by millions. In interviews, Allie often describes moments of self-doubt, of wondering if she could live up to the hype, if she could sustain her music while staying true to herself. It was a challenge compounded by the fast-moving world of viral fame, where trends are fleeting and public attention can shift overnight. But the young musician persevered, learning to channel pressure into creativity, to transform expectation into inspiration. Each performance became not only a display of talent, but an act of courage, a testament to resilience forged under public scrutiny. If you're inspired by stories like Allie's, of passion, perseverance, and raw talent, take a moment to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. Your support helps young artists like her continue to thrive. Despite the challenges, Allie's rise demonstrated that authenticity resonates more than spectacle. Audiences were captivated not only by her skill, but by the genuine connection she established with every song. And as invitations to television shows, festivals, and international stages multiplied, she faced decisions that would shape her career and her identity. How to remain grounded while being admired worldwide, how to manage fame without losing her voice, and how to navigate a life that was accelerating faster than most adults could comprehend. By confronting these pressures head-on, Allie Sherlock transformed from a street-performing prodigy into a global phenomenon, proving that even in the most demanding circumstances, passion and authenticity can shine through, and sometimes carry a young soul farther than anyone ever expected. Despite her meteoric rise, Allie Sherlock's journey has never been without challenges. Fame brought attention, but it also brought scrutiny, criticism, and the sometimes harsh realities of a world that can be unforgiving to young talent. Online negativity, rumors, and the relentless comparison to other musicians became an ever-present shadow, forcing her to develop resilience far beyond her years. Beyond the digital storm, Allie faced the personal trials of adolescence, the pressures of school, friendships, and the natural struggles of growing up, while simultaneously meeting the expectations of millions of fans and mentors who saw her as an icon in the making. On top of this, she had to manage the logistical challenges of a burgeoning career. Tours, recordings, live performances, and collaborations with professionals who expected a level of maturity that few teenagers possess. The weight of responsibility was immense, and yet Allie approached each obstacle with remarkable poise. She learned to use her setbacks as lessons, turning criticism into motivation and challenges into opportunities to refine her craft. Behind the scenes, her dedication was staggering. Hours of practice, meticulous attention to musical detail, and the constant pursuit of authenticity became her daily routine. And through these trials, she cultivated an emotional intelligence that allowed her to connect deeply with audiences, conveying vulnerability, passion, and truth through every performance. Her music, once simple street performances, had evolved into storytelling that transcended age, language, and geography. Yet, even as she mastered her art, Allie remained humble and introspective. She understood the fragility of fame and the impermanence of attention, grounding herself in family, personal growth, and the love of music itself. These trials shaped her not only as an artist, but as a person, teaching her the value of perseverance, empathy, and integrity. They reminded her that talent alone is not enough. It is character, resilience, and heart that define a lasting legacy. Allie Sherlock's journey is, therefore, more than a story of viral success. it is a testament to the power of persistence, the necessity of self-belief, and the courage to pursue passion despite immense pressure. She continues to navigate this delicate balance between public adoration and private growth, proving that the young girl with a guitar is more than just a viral sensation. She is an artist in the truest sense, a young woman whose trials have forged a depth of character as profound as her musical talent. Each chord she plays, each melody she sings, carries the story of her journey, a journey filled with hardship, discovery, and ultimately the promise of greatness, grounded in authenticity. As Allie Sherlock continues to grow as both a musician and a young woman, the world watches with anticipation, wondering what heights this prodigious talent will reach next. Her journey, though already remarkable, is far from complete. Beyond viral videos and sold-out concerts, she faces the ongoing challenge of evolving as an artist while remaining true to the raw, heartfelt expression that first captivated audiences. She must navigate the delicate balance between artistic ambition and personal growth, between global recognition and the quiet moments that sustain creativity. Already, Allie is experimenting with original compositions, exploring different musical genres, and collaborating with renowned artists, all steps toward establishing a legacy that goes beyond the fleeting fame of the internet age. But the path is not without its pressures. Expectations from fans, media, and industry insiders can be intense, and each new performance or release carries the weight of public scrutiny. Yet it is precisely this crucible that forges her resilience, emotional depth, and unwavering commitment to her craft. Allie's story is a reminder that talent is only part of the journey. It is perseverance, authenticity, and a deep love for one's art that define lasting impact. She has already inspired countless aspiring musicians, proving that age is no barrier to excellence, and that passion, when nurtured with discipline and heart, can resonate across continents. Looking forward, the possibilities for Allie Sherlock are limitless. She could fill stadiums, collaborate with global icons, or innovate new ways to connect music with audiences. But no matter where her career takes her, the core of her artistry remains unchanged, a dedication to touching hearts, telling stories through music, and remaining true to herself in a world that often demands compromise. For fans and observers, Allie is a symbol of hope, a living testament to what is possible when talent meets determination, and when dreams are pursued with both courage and humility. And as she steps into each new chapter of her life, she carries with her the lessons learned from every challenge, every performance, and every quiet moment of reflection. The girl who once played on the streets of Cork has grown into a rising star whose music continues to move, inspire, and captivate, and whose story is far from finished. In every note, in every song, Allie Sherlock proves that even the youngest voices can echo across the world, leaving a legacy that will endure for generations to come.